Hi, my name is Dennis Howell. I am the author of In Search of Freedom. The play itself, as it was written, is more than 13 years old. Its performances have evolved over the years, and now we are adding song and music. While in the past we had songs, they were not as intricate as they are for this particular production. However, I wanted to give you a preview of what some of those songs would sound like. As you know, the theme of the play is In Search of Freedom. And when writing this song and any of the songs, the scenario surrounding the song was what prompted the lyrics. Most of the main characters have songs, and if I might be able just to share a few, I'll give you a hint of what they might sound like. So, beginning with the theme song, In Search of Freedom, Luke Wheatley finds himself tired and lonely and stumbling through the woods as he makes his way to what he thinks is freedom. He stumbles upon a wooded area in the Southampton County region of Virginia, and there he encounters Nat Turner. I won't go into the story, but after they part, he once again finds himself alone. And so he sings this song, directing it to the audience, but in actuality, it's his own thoughts and prayers that he prays to God. And he says, in search of a place where men are just men, looking around corners and every bend, I was trying to find my way up and out of this hell, in search of a place where liberty dwells. One day I'll find that land of goodwill, away across the waters or over a hill. I'm running away from my troublesome times. My search won't be over till I have peace of mind. In search of freedom, sweet tasting freedom, I search for a place where freedom prevails. And that song has a bit of a choral effect to it. It involves walking and coordinating his movements so as to add a certain invitation to the audience to come into his life. Moving on though, there is another song that is sung to the audience with invitation to invite them into the life of the plantation. The plantation song is sang by Andrew LeMay, who is the master's favorite cook, favorite slave, and auntie to all of the slaves on the plantation. She's befriended and has befriended Luke, and some of the characters in some of the scenes will help build her character. But I thought it would be a good idea if she would be able to sing either alone or with her counterpart, Elijah Reynolds, who is her husband and the father or both of them are parents, I should say, to Pearlie Mae. And as far as she knows, Annabelle is her mom and Elijah is her father. Now, Eli and Beulah are the most informed of all of the slaves. Of course, they're in the big house with the master. Eli, not so much, had it not been for Beulah Mae. But anyway, they sing a song to invite the audience into the Reynolds plantation. And it sort of goes like, "You's on the Reynolds plantation, here's the situation, the overseer's old cabin buck. Now don't you rattle that white man, he's boss's right hand, he's in charge of all of us. Here on the Reynolds plantation, the work seems like it ain't never getting done. But the most important rule is we slave as long as we live picking cotton from dawn to dusk. Picking the cotton from dawn to dusk. Remember, Cam's got his eye on us." So this song is sung as they explain to Luke how his behaviors were unacceptable. And as you read the script and follow the song, you'll see just how it ties in. There are other songs. The Overseer of the Plantation, Arsenic Buck. Arsenic Buck is poor white trash. He's hated by every slave. And he's not liked at all by the plantation owners all over the South. He's been kicked out of many plantations for his brutal attacks on slaves and raping of the slaves. In fact, he was accused of raping a white girl at the same time. So he hasn't a really good reputation. However, he sold himself to Judge Bradwell Reynolds with whatever story he gave him. And he has been poisoned around that plantation for a long time. But in his mind, he's okay. And he runs the plantation, so to speak. So he sings a song during one particular scene when Judge Bradwell Reynolds, the owner of the plantation, kicks him off the farm or threatens to. And he says in his song, or part of his spiel is something to the effect, "Who do you think you are? Kick me off your farm, will ya?" So he goes through this rant and rave kind of thing. And he sings this song and he says, in part, "With his whip in my hand, those darkies know that I rule. And the darkies on this farm does like I says to do. In all the whole South, it's perfectly clear. I may not be the master, but as overseer, here's I's top dog. In them fields, I's overseer here. Overseer here." So he makes this point. He makes it pretty clear that he runs things. And you'll hear that song sung during the wedding day scene. The Wedding Day is a show tune that I wrote to talk about happier times. During the wedding day scene, there is some commotion. It's the most, I think, at that point, it's probably the most exciting part of the production. And it's a choral effect. It has a variation of tones and chimes. There's many choral effects that go into this song, but the bass of the song goes something like, "Come on and celebrate It's wedding day, gonna have a wedding here today, time for celebrating, no time for hesitating, gonna have a wedding day. For the rest of their life they're gonna be man and wife, gonna have a wedding here today. We don't need no reverend, this match was blessed from heaven, gonna have a wedding here today, time for celebrating, no time for hesitating, gonna have a wedding day. Gonna have a wedding day, gonna have a wedding here today. And it goes on, and so it's very intricate. There are, I would say, at least 4 different styles of variations that come in at the same time, simultaneously, as it were, to give the festive kind of feel to the song. Also, there is Kip Reynolds, who is the stud of the plantation, the guy who makes all the baby. He and 2 of his old girlfriends do a show tune called Master's Breeder. So, without going too much into that, his portion of that song is like, as like that press-stud bull in Master's pasture full of cows, like that cock-a-doodle-doo down in Master's hen house, as like that bumblebee that stalks a flowering bud. Once I get the nectar, so much honey's in my cup. Master's breeder, the secret's in my veins, as Master breeder. I's a hell of a man, Master's breeder. Just let me explain, there ain't no better breeder in the whole of the land. So in his mind, he is the stuff. And then again, there are so many more songs, touching songs. There's the Slave's Lament, which is a choral effect. It too has very many variations. There's a choreography piece that accompanies those 2 songs, the Slave's Lament, Can't Go Back is the name of it, and also the Wedding Day song. Kip's song, Master Breeder, also has a small part of, a small bit of choreographing also that accompanies it. I guess one of the more touching songs is the very last song of the stage production itself, and it's entitled Never Forget to Remember. And it's the song that the judge sings to his illegitimate daughter Annabelle, who now has discovered, well, not discovered, but suspects that he is in fact her father, and he does in fact admit and confess this. It's a really touching song. I won't sing any of it. Whet your appetite, right? But I guarantee you'll love the entire production. To close, during the finale, there's a song called People of My Color, and there's a very special effect that goes with that. So we're going to work very hard. We're going to have some fun, but we are going to work hard. Please do not let the inclement weather bother you any. Do not stay up late nights partying and doing whatever, because I want you to be strong, I want you to be healthy, I want you to be focused. When you are rehearsing, focus. When you're not rehearsing, relax. Enjoy your festivities, whatever your day holds. But do not, under any circumstances, stress yourself out to the point where you bring it to rehearsal with you. That stuff works by osmosis. In other words, it rubs off. If you come in negative, it's a cinch. You'll start a negative storm, and everyone will be rained on with it. So by all means, stay focused, be disciplined, and best wishes. Thanks.